such a short notice. I think just a couple of hours we sent out an invite. So this press conference is on the ethanol issue, and so we have an esteemed panel who are here with us. This afternoon, and I would like to introduce them. We have Shri Samir Rohatgi. He is the General Manager, East Region, from here in Customs Service IOCL. Then we have Shri Kushal Bajoria. He, I hope I got your number correct. And then we have he is the Secretary Indian Oil Dealers Forum, West Bengal, and Shri Dilip Loyalka, Chartered Accountant and Entrepreneur. On this issue, तो आप लोग भी देखा है होगा, हम लोग भी कल आपके साथ बहुत शेयर किया है वो एथेनॉल का जो इशू है, हम लोग बैकग्राउंडर्स आपके साथ वो प्रेस रिलीज कल भी शेयर किया है। तो इस इशू के बोलने के लिए आपके साथ के बोलने के लिए आप लोग हैं, and we will start one by one, and we can first start with Shri and then we can go on. Please stop. Yeah, you can speak in Hindi, and then we can just say everything, and then we can go over and then take it one by one.
So, very good afternoon. All. I hope I'm audible to you. So I represent Honda Motorcycles and Scooters. So I represent Honda Motorcycles and Scooters India Private Limited. We are manufacturers of leading two-wheelers in India, and I am responsible as the after-sales for the entire East. So with respect to this particular topic of E20 compliance, we would like to inform that all Honda vehicles are very much compliant. All Honda vehicles are very much compliant to E20 fuel, and they are designed, validated, and tested on the entire E20 compliance.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we know, in India we started this ethanol blending in petrol in sometimes 2001, and thereafter we had a slow progress. Till 2014 we were doing around 1.53% of ethanol blending. The basic reasons of low blending was availability of ethanol and as well as high prices. Later on in 2018, government decided to make ethanol from damaged food grain, maize and surplus rice, and things got momentum. And now from 2023 January, all vehicles coming are 20% ethanol compliant. And India government, we had a target till 2030, but we could accelerate the same, and in by 25 end, we could achieve 20% target. Since their target of ethanol has been preponed, the petrol quality has also been changed, because this RON, research octane value, it has been raised to 95 now. Now all petrol available from 1st April 26 are 95 octane petrol, and this reduces knocking properties. Why basically this ethanol blending is in more than 60 countries of the world, including US, Brazil, Canada, China, members of European states, Thailand, so many countries. And in Brazil, the minimum ethanol is 30%. and there are vehicles which are running. 80% vehicles are flex fuel vehicles. Flex fuel, they can run up to 100% ethanol. So this is the position in Brazil. In US also, around 15% ethanol is mandatory, and there are flex vehicles there also, and which are running at 85% ethanol. In many countries, vehicles are running at 85% ethanol also. After this opening remark, I will request my friends to say.
Good afternoon. I am representing Indian Oil Dealers Forum of West Bengal, body of dealers of Indian Oil Corporation Limited in the state of West Bengal. Just to add to what Mr. Loyalka was saying, ethanol blended petrol is not new to our country, and it is E20 has been dispensed from all the retail outlets for over a year now, almost a year, and even vehicles manufactured since 2023 are definitely E20 compliant. I would like to assure everyone that E20 or ethanol blending program in India has been done after extensive testing. These are very responsible corporations. We as dealers have not faced any serious adverse feedback from customers who have been fueling their vehicles with E20, and it is a completely safe fuel which is being provided to all the customers. These are the opening remarks. We will be very happy to take questions.
आप जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछे जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आप थोड़ा सा आपका नाम और आप कौन सी कहाँ के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आप बता दीजिए हाउस।
तो कहा जा रहा है कि ये इथेनॉल मिक्स्ड ऑयल BS6 इंजन का गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, इसके बारे में आपका क्या राय है?
ऐसे तो देखिए BS6 इंजन जो है वो तो आपका 2023 के बाद ही आया है। तो BS6 व्हीकल्स में ऐसे आपकी जितनी भी गाड़ियां, जैसे हमारे HMSI के यहाँ पे आफ्टर सेल्स हेड बैठे हैं, उन्होंने जैसे कहा कि सारी मैन्युफैक्चरर्स ने ये सर्टिफाई किया है कि उनकी गाड़ी E20 कंप्लायंट है। उन्होंने जो इंजन में जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स थी, जो if any modifications करना था, they have ensured that the vehicles are E20 compliant. तो मुझे नहीं पता ये बात कहाँ से आ रही कि BS6 पर्टिकुलर गाड़ी में एथनॉल E20 लगाने से कोई इशू है। ऐसा हमारा कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है पंप्स पे कि कोई पर्टिकुलर गाड़ी या कोई पर्टिकुलर मॉडल या कोई पर्टिकुलर BS रेटिंग वाले कस्टमर ने आके ये कहा है कि हमें कोई दिक्कत आ रही है। और पर्सनली स्पीकिंग एज अ कंज्यूमर अगर बताऊं तो BS6 गाड़ी पेट्रोल की मैं भी यूज करता हूँ। वी आर नॉट फेस्ड एनी इशू।
I have two questions. First one is there is an allegation that the mileage has been decreased for E20. Okay. And toward the government side, they say that doesn't, that is not affect, the mileage has been not affected by the use of E20. This is the first question, what's your take and what's your experience? And second one is that what happens to the older and the non-compliance vehicle that built before 2023. There are lots of cars, probably more than the half of the cars in the road were before 2023 manufactured. So what would be their future?
As far as mileage is concerned, ARI has tested government other research they have done. There is a fall of 3 to 6% in the mileage because the energy of ethanol is less than the petrol. So there is a drop of 3%, 3 to 4%. That is true, but there is nothing significant difference. It is not that the people are claiming 10%, 15%. It is not that.
Is it 3 to 4% or 5% that is practical?
Yes.
The drop of mileage. Okay.
Yes.
And the second for the non-compliance old vehicles, what will be
Yes,
the
see,
future?
see, after 22, all vehicles are 10% compliant. And 10% compliant, see what happens. Because of some factors in ethanol, some rubber gaskets, some other things may get destroyed. So it's anyway, even if the car is much older car, but if those are of the good quality, there cannot be any problem in using ethanol. If somebody has a car which might have been, because of some repairs or sometimes, they might have used some of local gaskets or something like injectors local, that it may be a problem. Normally such problem does not arise in a original parts vehicles.
So I think coming to your first question, which is on the fuel efficiency part. So I would say that fuel efficiency is actually a factor of various environmental parameters like driving style, driving conditions, vehicle maintenance, and several other points. So there would be a little drop, as my learned colleague has said. There would be a little drop of the fuel efficiency. And coming to the second point, respect to the HMSI vehicles, although the regulation came from 2023 onwards, however, from BS6, which started from 2020 April, all the HMSI vehicles are E20 compliant. So that has been taken care of.
One, another thing is that our government is planning to introduce E22, E27, E29 probably in coming days, probably within a year or so. So say I have bought a car in 2024 or 2025 that is E20 compliance. Okay. But when they introduce the E22, 27, 29 and 32 probably, what will be the effect on my car if I use in that year after 1.5 years down the line? Probably there is a drop in mileage and there is an adverse effect on the car engine.
So, while I'm not a technical expert, but considering that vehicles which were E10 compliant are running today on E20, and just like Loyalka pointed out just shortly back, even vehicles which were not E20 compliant per se, not manufactured after 2023, the effect or the adverse effect, if any, is very minuscule in terms of just some rubber and plastic parts which may corrode because of the corrosive nature of ethanol as compared to petrol. And that is something which can be corrected. Those parts themselves can be E20 compliant parts, can be put into those engines. They do not require significant modification or repair whatsoever. So this fear that just by using fuel which is probably or higher ethanol blended compared to what has been certified at the time of purchase of the vehicle will cause trouble is unfounded. If at all it needs to be, the consumer needs to be a little more cautious because this is a slightly different product. Ethanol individually has a higher octane value. Now when it is blended with petrol, a compound is created. Now ethanol has an issue of reacting with water. So we have to take the proper precautions in order to use ethanol properly. Whether it is at our end at the retail outlets, whether it is the corporation that is blending the product, and as consumers in their respective vehicles. If the vehicle has got water or too much of moisture in their tanks, it can lead to trouble. But per se, with proper precautions, there is no significant issue whatsoever, no serious complaints and no widespread complaints of engine wear and tear which is excessive or normal. So we don't foresee any issue.
We use this what you are from Riyadh Forum. So can you give me any idea in Kolkata region how many farms the XP100 is available? How many farms? Because this is 100% petrol. So what is the status?
I am having this, so I can tell you better. There are 6 retail outlets having XP100. That is, one is Prince Service Station, Prince and Marsha Road. Another is Lansdowne service station in Lansdowne. Another is Engineer service station at Dulsada Road. Another is Kasba Coco at Kasba. Mira service station in Rajaram. New Town.
That means you said 6 in entire Kolkata. That is for Indian oil.
Yes.
And what's the price?
167.35.
167.
0.35.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Just one. Okay. So we'll end it.
नहीं हम पूछ रहे हैं हाँ 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 अभी जो बढ़ोतरी हो रखी है पेट्रोल में या डीजल में उसके लिए आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं या मतलब जो लोगों ने दाम के प्रति आक्रोश है उसका आप कैसे संतुलन बना के रख रखे हैं
Ma'am, I think this is a question for the oil company to and the government to answer.
नहीं लेकिन आप लोग को झेलना तो आप लोग को ही पड़ता है मेरा क्वेश्चन इसलिए आपसे था
What is expected that since crude price has fallen, they will reduce price because the minister has also said that since they have suffered lot of losses now and lot of fuel which has been purchased at a higher cost is still in stock. So they are not reducing right away, but they are likely to reduce when prices really stabilize. And see, like an auto LPG is a product. Last week from first they have reduced it from by 7 rupees. So I hope it will come down for other products also.
थैंक यू सर